Hello everyone. I hope you all are fine. Welcome to a world where numbers come alive and problem solving becomes fun. So get ready to sharpen your skills, think creatively, and most importantly, enjoy the journey of learning maths. In the previous class, we have seen all the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. Commutative property of addition, commutative property of subtraction, associative property of addition, and the last one which was additive identity. 0 is the additive identity of integers. Now let's switch to next set of sums, and these sums are quite important. And one more thing before starting the session I want to say, such sums, are you understanding? In such sums, different kids will have different set of answers, but those answers should be logically correct. Are you understanding? So let's see the first sum. The question says, write a pair of integers whose sum gives a negative integer. Understand the question? Different kids will have different set of answers, so no need to panic. Are you getting? But for that we have to understand the question correctly. The question says, write a pair of integers. Pair means two integers, okay, first and second. Write a pair of integers whose sum means what? Plus, gives a negative integer. Gives a negative integer. It means the answer what you'll get here, it should be a negative integer. Minus 2 plus minus 3, it gives you what? Minus 5. Can we check one more? Minus 3 plus minus 5 gives you what? Minus 8. Can you see, is minus 5 a negative integer? Yes. Minus 8 is also a negative integer. Now here the question says, write a pair of integers. So any one you can write. Are you getting? So how will I write the answer? Minus 2 comma minus 3. Pair of integers. I hope you understood first sum. Now let's switch to the next one. It says 0. So let's read the question again. Write a pair of integers. Okay. Pair of integers. Pair. Okay. Pair means always two. Pair of integers whose sum plus gives means equal to, whose sums gives you what? 0. It's very easy. Can I apply additive inverse? Yes. Minus 2 plus 2. Answer is what? 0. Minus 3 plus 3. Answer is again what? 0. So what is your final answer? See, you can write in this way also. Minus 3 comma 3. It's a pair of integers. Yes. And one more if you want, you can write minus 2 comma 2, because the question says what? Write a pair of integers. I hope you understood first and second sum. Now let's switch to the next sum. The question says, an integer smaller than both the integers. Smaller than both the integers. Let's see how to solve. It means what? You have to write a pair of integers. Pair of integers whose, it means what they said, write a pair of integers. Again read the question. Whose sum gives means equal to an integer. Okay, an integer smaller than both integer. Are you understanding? It means the answer what you will get here, it should be smaller than the first integer. Again, it should be smaller than the second integer. Can I write minus 2 plus minus 3 equals what? Minus 2 minus 3, 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus minus 5 equals minus 8. Now let's check whether our pair written is correct or not. Write a pair of integers whose sum is an integer smaller than both the integers. Condition, understand the condition. It means the answer what you got, minus 3. Is minus 3 smaller than minus 2? Yes. Is minus 3 again smaller than minus 1? Yes. It means your answer is correct. So how will I write the final answer? Minus 2 comma minus 1. This is what? It's a pair of integers. In this way, the condition is satisfied. Now let's switch to the next sum. Gives an integer smaller than only one, only one. Out of two, only one. Understand the question? Only one of the integers. Are you understanding? Let's understand this condition quite well. What does the question say? Write a pair of integers, okay, whose sum, okay, gives an integer, understood till here, smaller than only one. It means out of these two integers, only one should be smaller than the answer. Okay, let's see. So sum gives an integer smaller than 1. Okay, can I write plus 5 minus 2? Yes. So answer is what? Plus 3. Can I write one more? Plus 7 plus answer minus 3. See, sum gives an integer smaller than only one of the integers. So one of the integers is only smaller. Are you understanding? It gives you what? Minus 2. Are you getting? It means, I'll just show you for this. Minus 9. In this way you can show plus 7. So how will you write down the final answer? 5 comma minus 2. This is one pair of integers, and 7 comma minus 9. So once the condition is understood, we can be able to solve such sums. And again I am repeating, different kids will get different set of pairs of integers. So do not panic. Understand the question. You may get as many answers as you want, but the answer should be logically correct. Now let's switch to the next sum. An integer greater than both the integers. Both the integers. Understand this condition? It means, let's read the question again. Write a pair of integers whose sum, okay, sum gives an integer, it should be greater than both the integers. Aha, it's very easy. So 1 plus 2, answer is 3. Quite easy. Can I write plus 4 plus 5? Again answer is plus 9. It's very easy. So in this way you can get n number of answers, okay, but it should be logically correct. So your answer will be 1 comma 2, this is semicolon, 4 comma 5. These are what? Pairs of integers. I hope you are understanding. Now next set of questions. The main question says, write a pair of integers whose, see, in the previous set of questions, what did we notice? Write a pair of integers whose sum gives. Are you getting? Now here the question says whose difference. So in between we put which sign? We have to put minus sign. And in the previous set of questions we have assigned which sign? Plus sign. Are you getting? Whose difference gives, first condition, negative integer. Now such sums have to be practiced. Please trust me. Understand the question. Let's see. Write a pair of integers. Pair means 2. Pair means 2. So 1, 2. Write a pair of integers whose difference means minus. Gives means what? Equal to. It means the answer what you'll get after solving, it should be a negative integer. Negative integer. Yeah, okay. I'll take one smaller a smaller integer and one greater integer, negative integer. Okay. So minus 6 minus 3. Now let's solve. Minus 6 plus 3. Your answer is minus 3. It means first pair is what? Minus 6 comma minus 3. Now can we try one more pair? Okay. Minus dash equals, again what they said, it should, you should get a negative integer. Okay. Okay. Minus 2 minus 1. Okay, this is greater negative integer and this is smaller negative integer. So always note how I have written. Okay, minus 2 plus 1. Answer is what? Minus 1. It means the condition is satisfied. So if you want the final answer, you can write any one, you can write instead of 2. I have just shown you both the ways of writing. Okay, and the next one is what? Minus 2 comma minus 1. They are what? They are pair of integers. Always when they'll ask you such sums, difference should be a negative integer. Always write down the greater negative sign over here and the smaller negative sign in the first fill in the blank. Are you getting? Now let's switch to the next sum. 0. The next question says 0. Okay, it's quite easy. Let's read the question again. Write a pair of integers. Okay, pair of integers whose difference means negative sign, gives what? 0. Gives 0. It's very easy. I can take both the integers as same. Are you getting? In addition, what we did, we took additive inverse. Here you can take both the integers as same integer. So can I write minus 2? Minus 2 over here. Let's see. Open the bracket. Yes, you got the answer 0. Let's take one more example. Minus, which is equal to 0. Can I take minus 3 and minus 3? Yes, here both the integers are same. Plus 3, again your answer is 0. It means our condition is satisfied. So how will you write the answer? Minus 2 comma minus 2. This is first pair of integers. If you want, you can write one more also. Semicolon. This is semicolon. And here if you want, what you can write? Minus 3 comma minus 3. I hope you understood this one. Now let's switch to the next sum. An integer smaller than both the integers. Okay, it means, understand the question very well. Write a pair of integers whose difference gives an integer. This integer, it should be smaller than both the integers. Are you understanding the condition? It means the answer what you'll get here, it should be smaller than both the integers. The answer should be small. It's very easy. Okay, let's see. Plus 4 plus 3. Are you getting? What is 4 minus 3? Answer is 1. So I got plus 1. Let's see one more. Minus, which is equal to what? It should be smaller than both integers. Okay. Minus 3. Minus 3. Can I write plus 6? Yes. So minus 3 minus 6. Answer is what? Minus 9. Yes. Are you understanding the question? In this way, you can find out n number of pair of integers. But whenever you will find out, please understand the question correctly. Unless and until the condition is clear, we will not be able to write the correct pair of integers. Minus 3 comma 6. Now let's switch to the next sum. An integer greater than any one of the integers. It means out of 2, any one. Are you getting? Out of 2, only one. So let's see, understand the question again. They said write a pair of integers whose difference gives an integer greater than any one of the integers. Any one, so any one of the integers. Okay, so let's see. I can subtract both positive integers. It's quite easy. So plus 5 plus 2. What is 5 minus 2? Answer is 3. So plus 3. Then plus 7 plus 1. So what is the answer you will get over here? Plus 6. So write a pair of integers whose difference gives an integer greater than any one of the integers. Any one of the integers. Yes, 6 is greater than 1. 3 is greater than 2. It means our answer is correct. 5, comma 2. The next one is what? 7, comma 1. And when you subtract 5 minus 2, answer is 3. 7 minus 1, answer is 6. So in this way you can write pair of integers. Okay? Write a pair of integers whose difference gives an integer greater than both the integers. Oh, see the condition. Both the integers. Quite easy. Only these sums are easy when we practice. Are you understanding? So let's see. Write a pair of integers whose difference gives an integer greater than. Okay, both the integers. Okay, plus 1 minus 2. Let's see. 1 comma minus 2. I took first one. Let's see. 1 plus 2. Answer is plus 3. Yes. Let's check with the other one. Minus, which is equal to. Write a pair of integers whose difference gives an integer greater than both the integers. Greater than. Okay, both the integers. Okay. Can I write plus 4 minus of minus 5? So 4 comma minus 5. Let's see. 4 plus 5, which is equal to plus 9. Yes, it means my pairs of integers taken are correct. So how will you write? 1 comma minus 2. Any one you can solve. 4 comma minus 5. So these are what? These are pairs of integers. If you want, you can write pairs of integers. I hope you understood such questions. In case if you need more sums for practice, please write in comment section. I can make you understand the concept very well. I can give you ample sums to solve. So please feel free to write it in the comment section. Now in NCERT, when you go through chapter 1, in that you have exercise 1.1, but these sums are applicable for all boards. So please understand and solve, and for other boards also, please make it a point to practice, because if n number of sums are practiced, you will score 10% marks. So I will write the question as well as I will write down the solution also. Okay, now let's start. The question says, write down a pair of integers, understand the condition, whose A, what have they given? Sum is minus 7. Okay, whose sum is, write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. Whose sum is minus 7. Okay, minus 5 plus minus 2. So in this way I got the answer as, or if you want you can write minus 5 and minus 2. In this way you can write down the answer. Now the second one, I can write dash plus dash equals, they said minus. Okay, so any answer can you give me? Yes, minus 4 plus minus 3. So in this way you got one more pair. Are you understanding? So this is called as what? These are pair of integers and the condition is also satisfied. Now let's switch to the next sum. The next condition what they have given is difference is minus 10. So let's understand this. Write down a pair of integers, okay, whose difference is means equal to minus 10. When I take minus 5 and plus 5, let's see. Yes, my answer is correct. Are you getting? So, minus 5, comma 5. So, this is one, or you can say pair of integers. Now, let's see the next sum. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is 0. Whose sum is 0. Whose sum is 0. Okay, one sum is 0. Quite easy. Additive inverse, very easy. Again additive inverse. Now you'll ask me, what is this additive inverse? Additive inverse is nothing but whatever integer you have written, the opposite sign of that integer. If it is plus 2, you have to write minus 2. If it is 3, you have to write it as minus 3. So here, what is the pair you got? Minus 2, comma 2, semicolon. Why semicolon? Because you are going to write two pairs of integers, minus 3, comma 3. After writing, please check whether your answer is logically correct or not. So write down a pair of integers whose sum is 0. Sum is 0 means when you add these two integers, answer what you should get is 0. Are you understanding? If I take minus 2 plus minus 2, I will not get 0. I'll get the answer as minus 4. So you should always take additive inverse. Okay. Now let's switch to the next sum. The question says, write a pair of negative integers. Write a pair of negative integers. It means first pair should also be a negative integer and the second one should also be a negative integer. So write a pair of negative integers whose difference means when you subtract, whose difference gives 8. It means the answer what you should get is 8. Okay, now let's see. Read the question again. Write a pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. It means here also it should be a negative integer and here also you should take it as a negative integer. Okay, negative, minus 4, minus 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 12. Are you understanding what I did? I took minus 4, then I added 4 and 8. So I got 12 and I have written the sign as negative because the condition says write a pair of negative integers. Are you getting? Now let's check whose difference gives 8. So minus 4, comma minus 12, a pair of negative integers plus 12. It means my answer is correct. Let's see one more pair whose difference gives 8. Okay, whose difference? See how I am doing. First I have written 2. Just add 2 and 8. So what you'll get? 10. So along with 10 you put negative sign. Are you understanding? So in this way you will get another pair. Okay, so minus 2 minus into minus plus. It means my answer is correct. I hope you understood how I got the pair of integers according to the condition. Now let's switch to the next sum. The question says write a negative. One negative integer and one positive. Okay, write a negative and a positive integer. See, one negative and one positive. Are you understanding? Whose sum? Whose sum is minus 5. I think it's quite easy. Now let's check. Write a negative and a positive integer whose sum means plus, means is equal to minus 5. The answer when you solve these two integers, you should get the answer as minus 5. So minus 5. Okay, minus 10 plus 5. Let's see, minus 10 comma 5. So what is minus 10 plus 5? Our answer is Correct, minus 5. Now let's take one more pair. Mm, plus dash equals what? Minus 5. So I'll take plus 2, that is 2, plus 2 plus 5, 7, minus 7. So let's see. This is second pair of integers according to the condition given in the question. So 2 minus 7. Yes, my answer is correct. If you want, you can try for one more pair. Plus dash equals what they said? Minus 5. Minus 6 plus 1. What is minus 6 plus 1? Answer is again minus 5. It means my all pairs of integers are correct. I hope you are understanding. Now let's switch to the next sum. Write a negative and a positive integer whose difference is minus 3. Understand the condition? Okay, let's see. Write a negative and a positive integer whose difference. It means in the first box you should have a positive integer. No, a negative integer. And in the second box what they said? A positive integer whose difference. So when you subtract, the answer what you'll get is minus 3. Okay. One negative, one positive, one negative, one positive. So, any idea? One negative, okay, and one positive. See, one negative and one positive. So, let's check. But I think we will get the answer. Yes, our answer is correct. Are you understanding? I hope you are getting such sums. I hope you are understanding how to solve. Okay, let's try one more pair of integers. The question says write a negative and a positive integer whose difference means minus. So when you subtract both the integers, you should get the answer as minus 3. Okay, minus 3. One negative, huh? One negative, one positive. Yes. So minus 1 and 2. Let's see. Minus 1, minus 2. Yes, our answer is correct. So in this way, you may get ample answers. Are you understanding? So no need to panic. Please understand the question and write down pair of integers. Now let's switch to the next sum. Now what does this question say? Let us understand. In a quiz, Team A scored minus 40, 10, 0. And Team B scored 10, 0, minus 40. So these are scores, okay? In 3 successive rounds. First sub question, 2 sub questions are given in this. Which team scored more? So how will we come to know which team has scored more? So first I'll make 2 columns over here. Solution. So I'll note the first team as team A and the second team as team B. So which team scored more? So what you have to find out? Total score of team A. So total score of team A is what? Minus 40 plus 10 plus 0. It means what? Minus 30. Team B. So team B, what will you get? Total score of team B equals what? 10 plus 0 plus bracket minus 40. It means what? 10 minus 40. Your answer is minus 30. So according to the answer, what is the final answer we are going to write? Both team scored the same. Are you understanding? And what is the score? Minus 30. Now, second sub question, what have they asked? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? Yes, because we have learned in the previous class. I hope you remember associative property of addition. I hope you remember, correct? So, what should I write over here? Yes, we can add the integers. You can add the integers in any order, and this property we have already learnt in the previous class, that is associative property of addition or integers. Now let's switch to the next question. Fill in the blanks. Quite easy, quite interesting. So please recollect the previous properties. Okay. Minus 5 plus minus 8 equals minus a plus dash. Now when you see this, can you recollect a plus b equals b plus a? Are you getting? So here what is the answer? Minus 5. And what does this property say? It states that even if the order is changed, the answer will remain same. So this comes under which property? Commutativity. Commutativity of addition. That is commutative property of addition. Now let's see. Okay. So when you see this, immediately we can recollect additive identity. Additive identity is what? 0. So how will you write? Additive identity. In case if they ask you, write down the property also. So that time you have to mention the property for integers. Okay. Now let's see this sum. Aha. When you see this sum, previously, it means in the previous sum, what we have noticed, what is the opposite sign of 70 is minus 17. So what did I inform over there? So this property is called as what? Additive inverse. Additive inverse. Very important property. Now last question but not the least. It's very important. When you see this, a plus b plus c is same as a plus bracket b plus c. It means this is which property? Associative property of addition. Okay. So 13 minus 12. 13 minus 12. Now which integer is remaining? Minus 7. Just note down minus 7 over here. In this way, we have revised not only the properties, we have applied those properties in each and every sum. Are you understanding clearly? That's all for today. Keep practicing, stay curious, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are indeed a part of learning. If you enjoyed the lesson, please like and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share with your parents especially. Once if you make understand what you have written to yourself, you can teach anyone, trust me. Okay, so I am going to see you in the next class, and in the next class we are going to see next operation, that is multiplication of integers. Take care. Bye bye.